Good morning. Yesterday I learned about this new controversy with the app Candid. That's sort of like Twitter, but it's anonymous. And then there's some AI bot that basically censors people's harmful opinions or whatever term they used. And yesterday my video on the skeptic, rational, atheist, social moderate community, like Sargon of Akkad, he mentioned this app Candid and stuff, but I didn't know like any of the details. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't even know it was an app. I just knew that it was some company called Candid that had paid off amazing atheist or something like that. But then I saw this stream from Tildeer with harmful opinions. I know Tildeer pretty well, like not personally or anything, and like his stuff. I hadn't known about harmful opinions, but apparently he's the one who uncovered this controversy like several months ago already with the Candid stuff. And he basically, he found out like lots of interesting facts about Candid and how it had bought off several YouTubers, even like prominent YouTubers. So, to like top it off, some background on this Candid stuff, what harmful opinions uncovered. I suggest taking a look at his videos, although like his channel was taken down quite recently, I think. I'm not sure if it had anything to do with this Candid stuff or if it was for other reasons, but there are at least some of his videos are still like mirrored on other channels on YouTube, so you can take a look at it. But anyway, enough with the preface. Okay, so one of the things that harmful opinions notice that some or many or all, I'm not sure, but some of the employees at Candid, they actually worked for Google. And so there is this Google connection. And also like this AI that censors people's opinions on Candid, it bears a striking resemblance to the Google AI called Jigsaw. It's similar. So harmful opinions suggests that it might be like a platform for testing this AI. Like the Candid might be a platform for testing the AI, like basically a censorship AI. So like I guess if they're successful, they could implement it elsewhere on the internet to censor harmful opinions. I guess pun was unintended, but when I said it, then I intended. Okay. So of course this is just he's not saying this is necessarily the case. He's just made these connections that seem credible to me. And another thing, and Google is, of course, it has, it supported Hillary Clinton and was biased towards her, and it's like Google has been doing data mining and stuff. So it's basically and there's even like Ray Kurzweil, the transhumanist at work. So it is this like transhumanist globalist organization. And so it's, I don't know, you don't want to give Google any more power than it already has, and you don't want to help them make their AIs better because they will use it against you. That's pretty much guaranteed. Okay, and then so other thing that he mentioned, harmful opinions mentioned, is that plenty of people this one, plenty of this skeptic community, and this is what Sargon of God was mentioning in his video on the Skeptic community, or the social moderates, as I call them. The social moderates, plenty of them were sponsored by Candid to make promotional videos. So there's Amazing Atheist. Here it says, I'm extremely proud to be sponsored by Candid. And apparently he made like several videos, and I think Harmful Opinion said that they've been sponsoring him for a year, or like another company that is associated with Candid has sponsored him or whatever. So he's basically a complete fucking shill, which doesn't surprise me at all. Then Armored Skeptic made a video. This video has been brought to you by Candid. It's about Candid and whatever. Then Shoe on Head. This video is sponsored by Candid. Yeah, she made a video. And then there's even channel like this Creationist Cat. I don't know, I watched like one of his or her videos some time ago, and it was like, what the fuck it is? I don't know, it's some satirical channel, but it's, I don't know, weird and disturbing, I think. But anyway, even they made a video for Candid. Even fucking Tommy Sotomayor made a sponsored video for Candid. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I thought I expected better for him, like from him. I haven't watched any of his videos in like a year or something, but still, I don't know. I just expected more. Undoomed made a video. Like, I didn't find it on his channel. Maybe I'm just fucking blind idiot. But this guy commented on it and yeah, called him out on his bullshit. And yeah, I like Undoomed, like his style. Like, even though like I think his videos are more like their entertainment. He just points out obvious idiots for being obvious idiots, but still I like his style, but yeah, disappointing. And Black Pigeon Speaks. Well, it doesn't surprise me that he's a shill, like he's a good shill, but like, I mean like a talented shill. That's what I meant to say. Like, I don't know, I don't trust him. Like, he makes some arguments that like I agree with, like maybe halfway or like 60%, but then like it goes too far into one direction or another, and I don't trust him at all. And even Mundane Matt made a video for sponsored by Candid. And also, according to Harmful Opinions, let's go back here. According to Harmful Opinions, like even some SJW, social justice warriors, they were also sponsored by Candid, and even like some people who are neutral, I guess, in this war between the social moderates and social justice warriors, they also were sponsored by Candid to make videos for them. So it's like an ass load of YouTubers were, and on like all sides of the spectrum basically, were paid off to shill for Candid. So it's like it's a fucking major issue, because it seems Candid has, well, if it's like some branch of Google or whatever, like they have an assload of money to throw away, and they clearly want people to use this app Candid, and they want to pay off these shills to shill for this app. So it's like an important issue for them, and they really want to like test this AI or whatever is the ultimate purpose of Candid. Like, it's, and these like and yeah, these people are supposedly, a lot of these people are supposedly for, you know, free speech and all that shit. But well, Candid is not a free speech app like they may claim it, but it has this fucking bot that censors opinions, and they don't see a problem. Of course, they don't see a problem with it, because they're getting paid to ignore these problems. And it just makes me think, like, how much money do they get? Because I don't think they would be like, I don't think they would sell out just for like, $10. I think they probably got a decent amount of money out of it. Like, I don't think like, yeah, even like, I don't know, like, I have no idea how much like YouTube, this sponsored content, how much people get for them. Like, but it's like, but it's clearly like this corporation, Candid, and the CEO is some Indian chick called Bindu Reddy, who, I don't know, she seems like she's possessed by demons or something, but whatever. She, like, the corporation, like, they have this, like, they really want to like corner the market or something on, these important YouTubers, so to get as many people involved as possible in it, and to make everybody, I don't know, like, well, it sort of like reminded me of Minds, because Minds was promoted by the Skeptic community, especially Dave Cullen. I like his stuff, and he's basically why I joined Minds. And now I'm thinking, like, is Minds similar, or is it like really like, just some dudes who like freedom of speech? But at least so far, Minds has been decent. But anyway, so yeah, the point is, like, Candid, they had this clear agenda. Like, it's like a military strategy, but now we live in the corporate era, so it's like this corporate strategy to pay off these people to make more converts, and get more souls for their app engine to test how it works and all that stuff. I don't know, it's disturbing, and like, it just basically points out that it's not really this skeptic community isn't any like viable political movement, but I'll get back to it later. And another thing, let's move on. Another thing Harmful Opinions pointed out is that Candid can be used to share child porn or any kind of like illegal pictures. Like, I don't understand the details so well, but it's basically like when somebody makes a post on Candid and it's censored, it's not really deleted. It goes to like this, shadow space, this pocket dimension. But if you have the link to this pocket dimension or something, then you can enter the pocket dimension. And let's say like, you post some, you say like, hey, I'm wanna share child porn, and then your post goes into this pocket dimension, and then you can give the link to other pedophiles or whatever, and then they can come there, and then you can start sharing child porn, and it's anonymous, and nobody, like outsiders, cannot find out about it unless they get the link. So I think it's fucking disturbing. It's like the Candid Pizza app or something, if this is true. Like, if that's how it's work, and I don't know if pedophiles use it, well, they probably will learn to use it, and maybe that's what even one of the purposes. Like, who knows, maybe John Podesta was like funding it, I don't know. Yeah, well, it's not really funny, but it's so fucked up. Anyway, and then now I sort of see Sargon of Akkad's defense of this, skeptic community in his video differently, because I had no idea what this Candid controversy is about yesterday until I saw this video by Tildeer and Harmful Opinions, and like, although like at least Sargon himself, I don't think he shilled for Candid in any way, but he is defending these people, and he chooses not to see like the double standard or something, because, well, he was with Gamergate, and I don't know if any of these people who shilled for Candid were with Gamergate, but at least Sargon should know that, Gamergate isn't he was saying Gamergate isn't about misogyny, it's about ethics in journalism. Well, how about ethics in YouTube videos? Like, we're supposed to be for free speech and all that shit, and then you shill this evil Google master plan to do who knows what. And Sargon is basically just like, they're my friends, no infighting, don't poison the well, or whatever he was saying. Like, he did a stream with harmful opinions some time ago, and this guy Johnny Fox, he commented on it. I just saw this video. I haven't like watched the whole stream with Sargon and harmful opinions because it's like over 2 hours. Maybe if I have time I will do it. But yeah, basically I got the impression that Sargon is just, well, he doesn't really give a fuck, like, and he really chooses to ignore the problem, and he just wants this, community to stay together, because this fucking social moderate community has nothing to do with like free speech or any like lofty values anymore. Now it's like this. Yeah, somebody called it the Skeptic Mafia. So it's basically this group of, friends, buddies who rub elbows, and then they make money off of it, and they gain popularity. So that's like, as long as they, tip their hat to free speech and, corruption every now and then, but they can be as corrupt as they want, unless like their viewers call them out on it. And it's really fucking disgusting. And Sargon is like, even though he probably hasn't been paid off by Candid, but he's been, I don't know, he's morally compromised, and he should recognize that it seems this social moderate community is doing pretty much not the similar stuff as what Gamergate was all about. All this game journalists and developers colluding behind closed doors, and yeah, and he was like trying to make harmful opinions just like, oh, you don't care, like he was like trying to put words into harmful opinions mouth in the stream, like like, but you do care about this and that, and well, you should just watch the video yourself. But this, I don't know, it's fucking disgusting. This fucking bitch needs to be called out. Like, I'm really getting angry with, like, because I can handle people with different opinions. Like, if I watch any fucking video on YouTube, they're gonna put out opinions that I disagree with. But like, when you're being dishonest about it, and especially like you're pretending like the other person is being the bad guy, like sort of Sargon is, like he's trying to frame harmful opinions as being like, he's so divisive, and it's like, I don't know, like, let's say you live in a fucking city and the mayor is a pedophile, a drug addict, but he's like, people like him, and then he's like, then there's a journalist pointing out like, hey, look, the mayor is a pedophile and a drug addict. Like, oh, don't be so divisive. And it's like, yes, fucking Sargon Akkad has become everything that he supposedly hated with Gamergate. That I don't want to say more about that. But like, okay, to take a step back on the, like, look at the social moderate skeptical community. It's not a political movement. Like, I don't know, maybe it tried to be at some point, but it's not, because like, well, all of this fucking sponsored content that they do for this fucking disgusting app, and it's not like some gaming site or something, like it's like is this app for censorship and some sort of AI development, and who knows, like psychological analysis, because like the app Candid supposedly like tries to find out your personality, even though like you're anonymous, but they use it, like the AI tries to figure out what your personality is. So it's basically yeah, disturbing. Like the AI can know, like tries to know what you think, how you think. And anyway, and these people, these, paragons of virtue and free speech, they shill for this shit. They get paid to do it, and it's like, yeah, it's all good because so it's not a political movement. It's entertainment at best, but they still pretend to be something else. Like the video, Sargon of Akkad's video on the Skeptic community that I made my video about yesterday. He did, like, call it they're in the culture war, and when you get involved in politics and all that shit. So at least like Sargon sees them as being part of something more instead of just making some YouTube videos for their fans. But they're not doing it. And let's contrast this whole fucking thing with Yogscast. There's this, probably know about it because it's famous, but yeah, Yogscast, this group of gamers, mostly British, but not all of them. They're mostly known for their Minecraft videos, but they play lots of games, and I sort of like them too. But a couple of years ago, there was like this controversy about the game Space Engineers. They had some like weird deal with them that they sponsored them in like it was something like the week or something that Yogscast made a video on Space Engineers. They would get and if like the sales for Space Engineers increased during that week, then they would get paid more. Like Yogscast would get paid. Like it wasn't like a regular sponsorship deal, and well, generally I don't like sponsorship deals because you often can see that they are not being as natural as when they're just playing a game, when they're doing a sponsorship thing. But ultimately, like, this is an entertainment channel, Yogscast, so I don't know, you don't really need to expect as much, like, being paragons of virtue from a gaming channel. They just, it's just fucking entertainment, and if you don't like them, selling out a bit, well, like, then don't watch it. But whatever, it's not a big deal. But these people, they're supposed to be better. Maybe not this guy, but like, they're supposed to like stand up for Western values and morality and whatever, and clearly they don't try to come up with some mental chicanery to allow them this behavior. Like, if you want to watch them, if you want to give them your money, whatever, well, you don't have to give them your money. They already get paid fairly well by Candid, I'm pretty sure. So don't give them your money. And if like Amazing Atheist hears this, like, I'm trying to like harm his commerce, he wants to kill me, that's the kind of guy he is. It's basically like, if two guys are applying for one job, his moral compass would say that, okay, I should kill the other guy because he's like impeding in my ability to make more money. That's the impression I get from him, at least. And like some of his comments he's said about like harmful opinions and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know, if you enjoy their stuff, like, yeah, okay, enjoy it, but don't expect anything more from them, like, because they are not any kind of leaders, like, except maybe misleaders. They won't, like, especially since like Brexit already happened last year, and then Trump, he's the president of United States now, so clearly like this SJW far left, they have already lost the war. Like Sargon of Akkad, he tries to make like, oh, there's like, these thousands and millions and gazillions of zombie SJW still out there, and yeah, sure, they are still out there, but basically like they are already losing. Like, it's just like, when a beast is cornered, it gets more fierce. That's basically what's going on. And like, if you really want to fight for Western values or whatever, you should, I don't know, look more into these globalist organizations like Google and whatever, and not just some random feminist idiot on YouTube. Like, they don't have much power compared to Google or these Google affiliates, allegedly, such as Candid, like, who can just buy off all these people. And like, fuck, I thought he was pretty rich. He's got a fancy house and all of this set, but still he gets paid off by Candid, so I don't think he would do it for peanuts.